be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers, the AFC champion, taking on the champions from the NFC, the Atlanta Falcons. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with the man who has had to stick with me all season long, Charles Davis. And Charles, the anticipation, the hype, the media coverage, all in the rear-view mirror now. We can finally get down to playing some football.
Yeah, don't worry about that, partner. I'll ride or die with you anytime. You know that. But here's the best thing about this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach for Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry, the hype, all of that is more intense than anyone could ever imagine. What you're trying to do is embrace it in one way and make sure it doesn't totally knock you off your game. That's why the night before the big one, teams often switch hotels, try and give those guys that last chance to breathe a little bit before they go out and play.
They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A huge play there right off the bat. 58 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Operating from the gun. Short. Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing. Second and 15. Setting up the screen here to Edwards. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go. 10 logo.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And an alley to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On the counter, it's Smith. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Greer. And his throw here's incomplete. Justin Lane there defensively that time to knock it free.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. Now a handoff here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. Greer sets to throw. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nice pickup there, 18 yards. 1st down, Falcons. A 1st down carry for Smith. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. 22 yards as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Break.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down.
Ready. Hey, wahoo!
From the gun, short. And an alley to run. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Edwards now on 1st and 10. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Smith. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. A play fake. Now Greer to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back to throw. Short. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Well, the Falcons going to use another timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Operating from the gun. Short, flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll run here with Edwards. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd and 2, Greer flushed through, and he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. They are going for it. Here's Greer. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On 1st down, Edwards. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Short, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Following the fumble recovery. Short. Buying time to his left. Now he'll go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Bravo.
To throw on 2nd down. Short. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment. But here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Let's get off the field, D.
And to give this time to the tailback. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down, Greer. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They're going to go. It's Greer. That'll be caught by Cup. And a loose football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
6 man.
Now
a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So with 4th down looming, Dan Quinn sends out his field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And high-fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way. I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta.
To throw again. Short. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lopez. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, short, steps away to his left. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer, and he is out of bounds inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw, short, and he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Short. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game. We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play. Now they try the right side here. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
They'll try the air now with Greer. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ryan Switzer, 70 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done. It's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And an alley to run. It's a foot race. The 30, 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. From end zone to end zone, it's a 106-yard return. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
On second down, it's Edwards. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
70, Indy.
They'll go back to Edwards on first down. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
50, plant. Topper.
Looking to throw on second down. Short. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's got some space here. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. With a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
It's so tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Get it, boy. It's 4th down. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Protein spell. Slam, slam, slam. They go.
Here we go on 4th down. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a give right side. Benedict. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Recon, 132 fighter. Check. Crouch. Hey, let's go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
He can't hang. Ready?
From the gun, short, escaping the pressure right. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
60 outlaw.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Lopez. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the ready.
Check, 45 to Mike. Keep it up, defense. Keep
Big grip.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Edwards. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. How about the game that he has compiled here? So he has the 2 receiving touchdowns, and now that is his 3rd rushing touchdown. 3 plus 2, 5 total.
I'm telling you, you and your math can't beat you on that one.
Yeah.
You got it down. But how about the diversity of the day he's had? Just what you pointed out. 3 on the ground, 2 catching them. What a performance.
What a performance. If I get my numbers and colors down, it'll be a real threat.
Just always remember, color between the lines.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves.
Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 15. A great run, but, you know, this is probably where the offensive coordinator is saying, geez, we could have used a couple of these earlier in the game.
Hey, he's probably telling the head coach, well, talk to the run game coordinator about that. I just call the plays. We should have had this going right from the beginning.
On first down, Benedict. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Benedict. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The Falcons on third down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. They snap it to Greer. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley there to make the grab. And the Falcons get a bit closer. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And an alley to run. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. He goes 105 yards on the kick return as his guys continue. On is a fake. They'll try and throw for it. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kissed it on the ground.
Looking to throw on second down. Greer airing it out, looking for Ridley. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will get them one closer. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
First and 10 at the 40. Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Man, I got you. Speed grip.
On first down, short, flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A big play there on the keeper. Operating from the gun. Short. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Second and 14. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
The Steelers on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. Back to throw. Short. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And it's a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 40, 30, past the 20. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Greer following the turnover. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin Bush.
Most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line. Just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Cook following the penalty. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Now it's Edwards. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. On the carry, it's Cook. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. From the gun on 3rd down. Short, flush to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. He's at the 50. The 30, 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Now it looks like he'll throw here, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Pittsburgh Steelers have won the Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the Steel City. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. The accomplishment, forever.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next.